Hello and welcome to a very special test run of Fallout 4. If I get enough likes on this video or I get enough views, I'll make this an episodic thing. The reason I haven't really continued any of the other episodes that I've shot is because, no one really liked them, or I didn't really get much feedback. If I get some more feedback on them and y'all want to see them some more, actually say so in the messages and I'll do more on them. But this one, hello, welcome. This one is going to be, I would say, lightly to moderately modded. We're gonna have a lot of, it's mostly immersive stuff to enhance it. I have a good bit of stuff from the Creation Club that I enjoy, but I can actually show you the mods here that we're going to be using. And like I said, most of them's immersive. Some of them is to make the process of playing easier. Like, obviously y'all don't want to watch me spend an hour digging through garbage to try to find some aluminum or some adhesive to mod a weapon, or spending an hour and a half looking for food to plant at a outpost to feed people. So obviously I've downloaded things like, because we're going to be going heavily on the Minutemen, I went ahead and got the Ballistic Weave standardized and unlocked Ballistic Weave. That way we can put Ballistic Weave on stuff which you couldn't normally get unless you went through the railroad list of things. And we're going to probably piss them off at some point. I have something nice here that I highly recommend. It's called Vault Looter, and this is the easy mode, which basically all the containers in vaults, when you go in and look at them, that literally have nothing in them, there will be some that do have loot in them that would belong in a vault that was going to be locked up for centuries. Like, it's going to have weapons, it's going to have ammo, it's going to have clothing, armor, it's going to have supplies like metal and wood, screws, and things like that that you would need to repair a vault should something malfunction. I have the Vault-Tec Anywhere, which allows us to put Vault-Tec DLC items anywhere we want. Rations Plus is another one I would highly recommend. It's an immersive one. It takes actual rations and MREs that you would have in situations like these that have incredibly long shelf lives and places them into the world. This is one of those mods that is there to make things easier for us. This is unlimited resource shipments. It basically makes it so I don't have to grind with you all watching to find resources to build stuff at our bases. This is one of 3 separate vendors mods that gives more currency to vendors out in the world. I chose a middle path on this for they have 5,000 more caps instead of the 1,000 or the 10,000. Excuse me, I have hiccups. This one just looked interesting. I'm a guy who loves his glasses, so we can actually mod a set of glasses. I don't intend to break them. I'm just going to make them as if it's a personal item that holds significant emotional value. This right here is one of my favorite mods. Now, sometimes it causes issues, sometimes it doesn't. But what this does is it takes all 29 settlement locations mods that this guy's made, where he cleans them up, and it rolls them into one. So this is going to make some settlements cleaner. It's going to take away all the trash. It's going to make it easier to build stuff. This is another one I highly recommend. It sorts items into more manageable thing. So if you have cooked food, it's going to list it all in cooked food, not by alphabetical order. It's going to list the medicine. It's going to list your bobbleheads and everything else in this list, and it is a very, very good mod. This is going to allow us to get DLC items into the Commonwealth. For some reason, it's supposed to do it in game, but something doesn't trigger when you have the DLC, so it doesn't incorporate into the normal gameplay. This fixes that bug. This makes Dogmeat useful because, I mean, let's face it, he's weak, and weaker than a German Shepherd should be. I mean, this is a dog that's used as a police force canine unit. This dog should be ripping people up when he attacks, not getting beat down and getting hurt. So it makes my favorite companion, Dogmeat, into an actual functioning companion. This is just to give us 12 more special points and some beginning perks. 10mm is my 10mm pistol is my favorite weapon at the start, so this gives us a slightly boosted one, and depending on how boosted it is, I might not use it, but it gives us ammo for it as well. Because we're going with the Minutemen, I've got a few Minutemen buff mods. Like there's this one adds 9 Minutemen watchtowers throughout the world. That's got a little bit of loot and a place for us to rest and everything. This is the star of this playthrough. I saw this, and this is the mod, and a friend introduced me to this mod, and he's shown me some pictures of it, and I fell in love with it. This is what inspired me to do this playthrough. This right here completely overhauls the Minutemen and makes them more powerful, as they should be, with your character choosing to lead them and take control. So several characters level with you, like Garvey, Shaw, Lewis, and Sturgis all level with you, so they're stronger, and they're actual functioning members of the Minutemen. It also allows you to fire off a flare and call in actual leveled soldiers that will back you up and help you. Oh crud, I closed it out. This is just a little starter kit for us to get started, so we don't have to grind as much. I don't know if I'll actually be using this, but basically we will not be using this stuff for our characters. This is to outfit our settlers. So whatever we get from these will be going to outfit our settlers, so we don't have to spend time making stuff to armor them up. This just switches up the Minutemen and gives them some well-needed armor. Because again, we're going with a Minutemen run, and we're trying to convert them into an actual military function. We've got them with army fatigues, combat armor, automatic rifles, sniper rifles, miniguns, Gauss rifles, and missile launchers, depending on the level we call them in at. So they will actually be a force to be reckoned with, like we would make them. This right here fortifies the castle, because that's going to eventually be our home base when we make our way over there. It's going to place junk walls in the town surrounding it and make it look like it's an actual fortified base. This is a very interesting mod, to say the least. Apparently, the entire time to make a human, all you needed was 2 adhesive, 5 screws, and 5 cloth, because that will allow you to create guards that we can place around like items. They will stay stationary unless something attacks, at which case they will go and defend the area and then come back to the point we post them at. like I said before, that just unlocks the ballistic weave so we can have it and we don't have to rely on going through the missions for the railroad. This just seemed kind of interesting. I don't know if we're going to keep it or not. But it apparently adds 30 new armor sets, accessories, and a book detailing them to the loot list and clothing vendors. And they can apparently be crafted at a CAM workbench under X Armor Shop. I don't know if this works, but we're going to find out. If it doesn't work, we'll remove it. This is another interesting mod that I highly recommend. It adds normally unharvestable and growable things that you can add to your farms, and they actually contribute food to your settlements. This is another good mod as well. It adjusts armor so that when you're wearing armor that has pockets, like leather armor and stuff, or any armor that's higher up that you should obviously be able to carry more stuff with, it gives you more carry weight. And this is another one that's nice to start with. It's an immersive starter pack. It's exactly what it says it is. And it is located at Sanctuary. This is another mod that I absolutely recommend if you have the Creation Club graphic shirt pack. For some reason, the developers figured that you can't use certain armor pieces with a t-shirt and pants, which in my opinion is completely asinine. This retcons that and mods it so that we can actually use all armor pieces with the branded shirts. This is just simply a bed that settlers will not sleep in. Wherever we put this bed, it will be our bed and they cannot interact with it. This is something I thought we'd toy with and see if we could build ourselves a little Fallout shelter based on the actual mobile game Fallout Shelter. And we can throw us together a little vault of our own. This thing's going to be incredibly helpful for our bases. It allows you to buy and supplies for caps. It's just a little console you put down and do stuff with. This is going to give us a bunch of options for our settlements, 777 to be exact. This is to remove that pesky little build limit. Now, I'm pretty sure the stuff in this is still going to increase the build limit. This just makes it so vanilla items no longer cost for the build limit. This is another nice one. There is a power conduit mod that you need to stay away from, as it will corrupt your save files. This one is a less powerful version of that, and I have had no issues with it so far. And those are our mods. As you can see, we've got mostly immersive stuff, a few odds and ends here that's going to make it easier for you to watch, and I'm not going to have to grind for everything. And we got one specialized home. So let's back out and start a new game. And I realized that took 14 minutes, but I wanted to make sure you knew what we were getting at and you could actually see the mods so that you know what does what in case you actually want to download them. Anybody in here, give a shout out and let me know who's in here and if you're enjoying it. And if there's something you want me to do while we're in here, just shout it out and I'll go do it. Like if there's a specific mission you want me to take before we go do something, if you want to watch, if you want me to use a different weapon or something, put it in the comments and I'll do it, because I'm actually looking at your comments. As you can see, it should be up on the screen where you can actually see what everyone's saying and interact with each other. Now the question is this actually going to load? Or did I screw up something in the load order, and are we going to have to come back to this and just consider this an introduction to what we're doing? I think I'm going to have to retool the load order if this doesn't load soon. And the load orders are a pain in the butt on this. So it very well could be I misplaced something in the load order. Well, at this point, it's obvious it's not going to load. So I will end this live stream here and attempt to fix the load order, and we'll reload into this if I can get it to work. Hopefully I don't have to remove much of anything, but this thing is not going to load at this point. And I'm not going to waste your time. So I'm going to go deal with this, and I'll be back.